In a vibrant village, Amina worked hard to provide for her daughter Zuri. Zuri, just 10 years old, was blossoming into a curious young lady. One day, Amina met Kwame, a kind-hearted man who changed their lives. As their friendship deepened, Amina felt hope returning to her heart. But soon, shadows began to creep into their seemingly perfect life. Zuri faced unspeakable horrors, trapped in fear and silence. Amina's heart shattered when she discovered the truth. Determined to protect her daughter, Amina took a stand against darkness. Together, they embarked on a journey towards healing and hope. In a vibrant village, nestled between lush green hills and meandering rivers, there lived a young woman named Amina. Amina had a gentle smile and a light in her deep brown eyes that shone with hope and resilience. Life had not always been easy for her, but she faced challenges with unwavering strength. When she was still quite young, Amina became a single mother to a beautiful daughter named Zuri. Zuri, with her sparkling eyes and laughter that filled every room with joy, was Amina's world. Despite the difficulties they faced, Amina poured all her love and care into raising her daughter, ensuring she felt cherished and supported. Every day, Amina worked tirelessly as a cleaner in a local eatery, where the aroma of freshly baked bread and spices wafted through the air each morning. She would scrub floors and wash dishes diligently, saving every penny to provide for herself and Zuri. As the years passed, Zuri was growing up quickly. At just 10 years old, she was blossoming into a young lady full of curiosity and questions about the world around her. One day, something unexpected occurred that marked Zuri's transition into adolescence. She had started menstruating. Amina felt a mix of surprise and concern. Amina, a caring mother, realized her little girl Zuri was growing up too fast, yet she was determined to guide her with love and understanding. She took the time to explain the changes Zuri was experiencing, ensuring her daughter felt supported every step of the way. On one fateful afternoon, while Amina was busy cleaning tables at the restaurant, a kind-hearted man named Kwame walked in. Kwame was a gentle soul with warm brown eyes and a welcoming smile. At 43, he had never been married but had a deep appreciation for family and community. As Amina and Kwame struck up a conversation, they quickly found themselves drawn to one another, sharing laughter and stories that revealed their hopes and dreams. Kwame admired Amina's strength and the love she had for Zuri. In turn, Amina found solace in Kwame's presence. His calm demeanor and kind words brought peace to her heart. As days turned into weeks, their friendship blossomed into something deeper. They spent more time together, sharing dreams and laughter, finding comfort in the warmth of each other's company. Zuri too grew fond of Kwame, delighted by his playful jokes and the kindness he showed to both her and her mother. Amina, a resilient woman, couldn't believe she had found love again after so many years of struggle. With Kwame by her side, the burdens she carried felt lighter, and the future began to look promising. However, a nagging worry lingered in Amina's heart. Would Kwame accept Zuri as his own? Would he embrace not just her, but also her daughter, with all their joys and challenges? As Amina pondered these questions, she wondered what the future held for their little family. One sunny Sunday afternoon, while Amina was wiping down tables in the restaurant, Kwame walked in with a sparkle in his eyes and an air of excitement about him. "Amina," he exclaimed, "I've been thinking about something, but my new home is ready and it's much closer to where you work. Why don't you and Zuri come stay with me?" Amina's heart skipped at Kwame's proposal. Moving into Kwame's home meant leaving behind the familiar sounds and sights of her life. Stepping into a new world filled with luxury and comfort, but also venturing into the unknown. Hesitation filled her as she looked into Kwame's eyes, which radiated love and sincerity. After some thought, Amina, a caring mother in her late 30s, whispered, "Yes, but I hope we won't be inconveniencing you." Later that evening, Amina sat down with Zuri, her 10-year-old daughter, to share Kwame's proposal. She expected her daughter's face to light up with excitement, but was taken aback when Zuri frowned, her brow furrowed in concern. "Mama," Zuri said, her voice small but resolute, Isn't it strange to move into someone's house when they haven't married you yet? I don't trust people just like that. Amina's heart sank at Zuri's words. She understood her daughter's hesitation, the wariness born from life's lessons. Amina, a nurturing mother, reassures her daughter Zuri about the goodness of Kwame, a man who has shown them love. Amina expresses her belief that Kwame wants to create a loving home for them. She shares the news that Kwame plans to marry her soon, emphasizing the joy this will bring. Zuri listens intently, her young mind trying to understand the meaning of trust and love. Zuri, a thoughtful 10-year-old, wanted to believe in Kwame's goodness, trying to see the world through her mother's hopeful eyes. "Okay, Mama," Zuri said hesitantly, her voice tinged with uncertainty. "I'll trust you, but promise me we will be careful." Amina smiled, her heart swelling with love for her wise and understanding daughter. She promised to always protect Zuri and to guide her through life's twists and turns with love and care. With Zuri's cautious yet hopeful consent, Amina and Kwame began a new chapter together. Amina, filled with anticipation, packed her belongings and bid farewell to the familiar streets she had called home. As they drove towards Kwame's new home, nestled amidst rolling hills and swaying trees, Amina felt a flutter of excitement mingled with apprehension. She didn't know what the future held, but with Kwame by her side, she felt confident enough to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The sun rose over the horizon, casting a golden glow upon Amina, Zuri, and Kwame's new home. Happiness danced in the air as they moved into the grand place, filled with warmth and love. Months passed, and the bond between the three grew stronger with each passing day. Kwame's proposal to Amina was a moment of pure joy. With a ring glistening on his finger and love shining in his eyes, he asked Amina to be his wife. Amina's heart swelled with happiness as she accepted, knowing that their love would guide them through life's ups and downs. With Kwame's support, Amina found a job at his friend's company, which was a blessing that gave her more time to spend with Zuri and nurture their family. Zuri, ever the bright spark in their lives, thrived under the loving care of her mother Amina and stepfather Kwame. Her laughter filled the halls of their home, a melody of joy that resonated in their hearts. Every day brought new adventures for Amina, Kwame, and Zuri. After school, Zuri would rush home, eager to spend time with her beloved father. They played games, explored the gardens, and shared stories that warmed their spirits. Their life seemed like a fairy tale filled with love and laughter. However, as the days passed, a shadow began to creep into Kwame's heart, casting doubt where there had once been only love and light. One evening, as Amina worked late at the office, Kwame's mind wandered into dark places. The silence of the empty house echoed his restless thoughts, planting seeds of doubt that clawed at his soul. His heart, once a beacon of love, now flickered in the shadows torn between love and temptation. As the moon cast its silvery glow over their home, a sinister darkness crept through the halls, filling Zuri, a frightened young girl of 10 with fear and despair. That dreadful night, Kwame, the very man Amina trusted, betrayed her daughter's innocence. With trembling hands and tears streaming down her face, Zuri endured the unspeakable terror, burdened by Kwame's menacing threats. Amina, unaware of the horrors unfolding within her own home, returned from work with a heart full of warmth and love. Zuri, a young girl, greets Kwame with a tender embrace, unaware of the darkness that lies within him. As weeks turn into months, Kwame's torment becomes a constant in Zuri's life, his menacing presence overshadowing their once happy home. With each passing day, Zuri's innocence fades, replaced by a haunting fear that weighs heavily on her heart. Yet amidst the darkness, a glimmer of hope flickers in Zuri's heart, reminding her that not all is lost. Zuri, a troubled young woman, longed to confide in her mother, seeking solace in her embrace. Yet Kwame's chilling threats silenced her cries for help, trapping her in a web of fear and despair. As time marched on, Zuri's anguish deepened. To hide her growing belly, Zuri wore oversized clothes, masking the truth from the world outside. However, Amina, her perceptive friend, had a watchful gaze that saw through Zuri's feeble attempts to conceal her suffering, revealing the heartbreaking truth that had remained hidden for far too long. Amina's heart shattered as Zuri confessed the horrors she had endured at the hands of the man they both trusted. Anger and grief consumed Amina's soul as she cradled her daughter in her arms, vowing to seek justice for the unspeakable crimes committed against her child. Immediately, Amina rushed Zuri to the hospital, her heart heavy with sorrow and rage as the truth unfolded before their eyes. Amina's worst fears were realized. Zuri was pregnant, a victim of unspeakable betrayal. With trembling hands and a voice laced with righteous indignation, Amina confronted Kwame, the monster who had shattered their lives. She vowed to protect her daughter, to stand as a beacon of hope in the darkness that threatened to engulf them. As Amina's heart pounded with anger and determination, she knew she had to take a stand against the darkness that had tainted their home. With trembling hands, she dialed the emergency number for the police, her voice shaking as she requested their assistance in bringing her wicked husband to justice. Sirens wailed in the distance as Amina, a determined woman in her 30s, led the police to their home, her steps heavy with resolve. When they entered the house, Kwame, Amina's husband, crumbled, his attempts to hide his sins unraveling before their eyes. He pleaded for forgiveness, but his words fell on deaf ears as Amina remained unyielding. Tears streamed down Amina's face as she turned to her daughter, whose heart was heavy with feelings of betrayal. With trembling hands, Amina begged for Zuri's forgiveness, their tears mingling in a bittersweet embrace as they mourned the loss of innocence. Zuri fell ill, her fragile body succumbing to the strain of her trauma. Amina's love remained unwavering as she cared for her daughter, her every breath a silent prayer for her recovery. But tragedy struck when Zuri suffered a miscarriage, her tiny life slipping away before it had the chance to blossom. Amina, a resilient mother, cradled her daughter Zuri in her arms, their tears a testament to the pain they had endured together. With heavy hearts, Amina made the decision to leave behind the darkness that had haunted their lives. She moved out of Kwame's house with Zuri, leaving behind the pain and betrayal that had marred their past. With a renewed sense of hope, Amina and Zuri embarked on a new journey. Amina and Zuri, two hopeful sisters, embark on a journey to a new town, eager to leave the shadows of their past behind. They embrace the promise of a brighter tomorrow, filled with dreams and aspirations. As they travel, their hearts are filled with the spirit of healing and redemption. May their story serve as a beacon of hope for all who have faced darkness and despair. For in the end, love triumphs over adversity. The bond of family lights their way through the darkest nights. The most important lesson in this story is that parents should always prioritize the safety, well-being, and emotional support of their children. Creating an environment where open communication, trust, and love flourish is essential. This ensures that children feel valued, protected, and empowered to navigate life's challenges with resilience and strength. Thank you for joining this journey. As we share these stories, let us remember that hope and love can prevail even in the darkest times.